What's going on, people? This is Basketball Tutor, giving y'all a few words of basketball wisdom today. I'm back here, walking to the park. This train is mad heavy, so bear with me. I had to talk about this college recruiting thing, man. I'm running across some players. It's your senior year. Now you're thinking about what college you're supposed to go to. For all the student athletes out there, man, college recruiting starts. What's going on, Finn? College recruiting starts in 8th, 9th grade. All right, in 8th, 9th grade, you should have an idea of what college you're gonna go to, right? Because if you don't have scouts looking at you, or you're not known, or you're not a high-profile player in 9th, 10th grade, it's more than likely that you're not gonna go D1. If you got issues with your grades, it's more than likely that you're not going to go D1. Unless you're Shaq, unless you're Shaquille O'Neal, Mutombo, you're 7'3", and you're just banging it on everybody, then the NBA or whatever school will probably make an exception. But if you're just a regular guard, just like the rest of us, 6'2", 6'3", you could dunk a little bit, you got a shot, your grades better be right, all right? And you need to have film. You need to have film, man, if you play ball, you're trying to get scholarships. Applying to a college is the same thing. You have to have the same approach as you get in a corporate job. You got to take the same approach as you get in a corporate job. So if you want a corporate job, you're gonna go online. You're gonna find out what companies have what you need or whatever, or where you can apply the skills that you went to school for. What companies you get about 10 or 15 companies that you like, and then you send in your application, and then you go on all these interviews. It's the same process. It's the same process. Don't wait. No coach. There is no coach that's in their job description that they have to find you a scholarship. They're just doing that just to do it, or for love. Some coaches are better at it than others. Like Bob Cimino is great at it. But, there's other coaches around here that are not so good at it, that don't have a relationship with a lot of schools. You know what I mean? And there's only but so much they can do. Now, you could find a recruiting agency. A lot of people don't know this, but in 9th grade, you could sign with a recruiting agency, and they'll do all of this stuff for you. They'll look up the schools for you. They'll help you. They'll guide you into getting a scholarship. You know what I mean? But we're all, as players, looking for somebody to give us an opportunity, looking for somebody to see us and tell us they want to give us a scholarship. That's not really how it goes. The parent is responsible for recruiting. Not the coach, not the trainer. It's the parent. So the parent is supposed to be looking at different schools, what school you want to, contacting the coaches and showing these schools that you have interest. Majority of schools, they might send you a letter of interest or something like that, but you got to show that you got interest back. You got to show that you have interest in these schools, man. So, if you're not going D1, you maybe want to go D2, or you ran out of options. You got to go D2 or D3. You might have to go to prep school. Those schools are not actively recruiting outside of their local area. D2, D3 prep schools are not recruiting outside of their local area. All right? So, you're going to have to contact these schools with film. You're going to have film, all your grades ready to send out, your situation, it has to be all in a file, you know what I'm saying, ready to give to whatever coach, this bag is heavy, ready to give to whatever coach or whatever school that you're interested in. And that's how you do it, man. So if you're a senior, there's very little time from June till August when the college school year starts. That's not that much time for you to find a school and find a scholarship. This is something that you have in the making for years. I'm looking at Georgetown. I'm looking at Georgetown now. My son is 12 years old. You know what I mean? So, all you student athletes out there that want to play ball in college, you got to start getting on this from 9th and 10th grade. You don't want to look up the schools yourself and do all the research and contacting the coaches yourself. You can go through a recruiting agency. You could pay them to do it. There's a whole bunch of them out there The one that I like the most is Woods Recruiting, but it costs $500 for you to join with them. So you could do it all on your own. You can pay for somebody to do it for you, but either way, you got to get on your grind. Especially if you're a senior, there's no time. There's no time at all. Every day you got to accomplish something. As a senior, and you don't have no schools, you have no idea where you want to go, you need to contact me, man. Contact me. I'll guide you on what you should do, but you can't expect anybody to do anything for you. You can get guidance, you can get help, but don't ever wait for no coach, wait for any trainer to do something for you. As parents, you got to do it on your own. All right? This is Basketball Tutor, words of wisdom for the day. All right, take it easy, y'all. Peace.